Try to relax your thighs, hip muscles, pelvic area. Feel the abdomen. The abdominal muscles are getting relaxed slowly and constantly. Feel the air in your chest. Your chest muscles, diaphragm is getting relaxed. Now feel the shoulders, both the arms, forearms, palms, and fingers. Feel each one of them separately and try to relax them. This feeling of relaxation is gradually entering up your neck muscles, lips, mouth, nose, face muscles, eyes, and the head. Feel that your whole body is getting into the state of ultimate relaxation. No muscles are aching now. You are totally free of pain and tiredness. The whole day's tiredness is gone, and now you are fully relaxed. Try to focus on your breath. Inhale slowly and deeply, expanding right from the lower abdomen, upper abdomen, chest, and the upper shoulders. Hold the breath for some time and relax slowly, slowly, and slowly. Try to exhale the whole amount of air out and hold the breath in the stage of emptiness. Inhale slowly and deeply once again. Hold the breath in complete fullness and imagine the whole air and oxygen is entering into your whole body and reaching the whole tissues till the end, till the tips of your toes and fingers. Inhale and exhale deeply. Now you are completely relaxed. Let the thoughts come and go. Do not try to resist the thoughts. They will come and go. Just observe them from a distance, as if you do not belong to them. Just look at thoughts coming and going and focus on your breath. Now you are in the stage of ultimate relaxation. Now imagine yourself sitting in a garden at the time of sunrise. Feel the breeze on your cheeks the cool, light breeze which is flowing smoothly and slowly, like a touch of feather on your cheeks. Listen to the sound of the small sparrows and the birds chirping in the garden, as if they are trying to communicate to you. Try to understand what they are trying to say. They are loving this nature. Feel the feeling of raindrops, water drops on your face and the body, which is coming from the nearby fountain. Feel the mist on your face and enjoy the feeling of relaxation. Look at the rising sun and grab the energy. Feel the bright golden rays which the sun is giving us. Feel the feeling that you are totally immersed in the yellow golden rays. Your whole body is brightened with the grace of sun. Keep your hands on your tummy where your baby is going to come. Try to feel all these feelings and communicate to your baby what you are going through. Express the feelings of gratitude towards the 5 elements of nature, the warmth of the sun, the coolness of water, the strength of the earth, the cool breeze going on, and the vastness of the space. Just feel these relaxed feelings. Try to keep this within you. Try to communicate the beauty of the nature to your baby. Stay relaxed. Enjoy this feeling within you for the whole day and night coming. We are very grateful to the Mother Nature that He has made us capable of feeling all that. He has given us lot of blessings. So open your hands and grab all these blessings, all this relaxed feeling, all the feeling of beauty, and with your closed hands, say thank you. Have a feeling of gratitude. Now slowly relax, relax, relax. Take your own time. Come back to reality. Concentrate on the surface on which you are sitting. Listen to the sounds in the space you are. Try to feel the things. Relax your breath. Take your own time. Open your eyes slowly and gently. and come back. Take your own time. Come back, please. Slowly open your eyes and come back.
Very nice and wonderful session by Dr. Neetu. Thank you so much for opening our eyes. What benefits we can get from this meditation. Thank you so much. And I will request the people who have joined with the name of phone, iPhone and @1100. Please, can you rename yourself? And I will just request everyone, if anyone has not joined the group, they can join the group by the link I'm giving in the chat box, so that you can get the updates. And please rename yourself.
Hopefully this relaxation session was good for you, and it really made you relax and let go of the whole day's tiredness. And I hope it was very beneficial and you actually tasted what meditation looks like. It's a very simple practice. It can be easily practiced anywhere. Just want to focus. And now I will hand over to Viniji, who is going to introduce Vardaan Golden Period Education as well as today's session. Thank you.
Thank you, Neetuji. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful meditation session. In fact, it made us all feel relaxed to the core. And as usual, I will start by welcoming everybody over here. It's a warm welcome to all the parents, all the enthusiastic parents. And I will give a short introduction about Vardaan, the organization that helps couples to have babies develop in a holistic way, that is medically and spiritually. And we are three members. The team members are three of us. Myself, I'm Winnie, Masters in English Literature, Masters in Business Administration, content writer, and a Golden Period educator. Then we have Dr. Nishi. She is a gynecologist and obstetrician working in Santokpa Dullabji Memorial Hospital, Jaipur. And she's been working for 30 long years. She has an experience of 30 long years. Then we have another team member, Dr. Neetu. She is the consultant pediatrician working in Kim's Health, Trivandrum. She specializes in allergy and asthma, and she takes care of the emergency unit. So now coming to today's session and the spiritual aspect of the application of meditation and yoga. First, let us understand what is the spiritual aspect. The medical aspect we all know, the physical aspect we all know, that it is the well-being of the baby, the development in physical form, which in a way we all are aware of, because medical science has evolved and progressed so much that it is anyway going to take care of the physical development and the growth and well-being of a human being. But the spiritual aspect is something that we do not see or we cannot see, and we need to focus on that. So a human being is made of the two components, the human and the being. So human means it pertains to humus or the soil. That means we are all made up of soil. Our physical aspect is the human, soil. And the being is the soul, the spirit, which we also need to nurture. Just as we focus on what should we eat, what should be our food, what should be our physical diet. We are all aware of it. And our health is anyways taken care of in all the aspects. But and we can even go to the doctors, to anybody who practices medical sciences, who is a doctor, and we can always approach that person for anything that goes wrong in our physical aspect. But what is more important and what is that we have to do as parents is the spiritual aspect. And there is a diet to spiritual aspect also. And what is that diet? That is the emotional diet. And how do we get that diet is through what we read, what we see, and what we hear. So it is very important during pregnancy to check ourselves what we are absorbing through our environment, through our senses. It is very important we focus on the golden period time. And what is this golden period? It is the 1100 days, which is divided into three stages. That is the preconception, that consists of 3 months. Then there is the pregnancy time, which is 9 months. And then there is 2 years of infancy. So in all, it makes 1100 days. So it is advisable and it is suggested to the parents that they invest their time, their money, their energy, their attention to the baby. It is just a matter of 1100 days. If you focus completely on the baby's well-being, the spiritual aspect, as well as the medical, physical aspect, I think we will be able to bring a better generation in future, in near future. If this is taken care of, I think why it is important. See, physical aspects will always be taken care of by the doctors at any time, any stage of life. But this is the time to build up emotional, psychological, and intellectual empowerment to the baby. Yes, why? Because if the child is emotionally stable and if he is psychologically stable, he will become a better individual. He will be able to tackle his needs, his challenges that will come into his life. He will not feel weak. Now, see, we have been seeing that what all is happening these days, the generation that we were there, we never used to, we were, in fact, we never used to, our parents were already in such a circumstance where they were not inhaling or consuming the kind of information that was not necessary. It was taken care of by the family, by the parents themselves, by the environment. But now, see what is happening. Children are healthy. We are giving them the best of nutrition. But what we are lacking is the emotional nutrition. And where they are finding themselves weak, it is the emotional, the psychological part, which we need to give them at this point of time during the golden period. And this cannot be changed later on after the child grows up. He surpasses 2 years of age after birth. So this is the time what we can do as parents to the children. Otherwise, afterwards also it can be repaired. The damages can be repaired. But the child himself has to work on it, and he has to work with his own intention, with his own determination. But as parents, the best gift that we can give to him at this point of time is during the pregnancy or the preconception or the 2 years of age infant. So what is that we need to focus in this era? It is the emotional diet. We need to consume less of content that is there available. It is just a matter of, in all, I think 3 years. If we are able to do this, look into it, I think we will be able to create a powerful progeny who will be able to take care of himself for his entire life. We will not have to worry about his stability. We will not have to worry about what is going to happen in his life or what challenges are going to happen. because we cannot change the world. We can only change ourselves. And what spirit is, the spirit is actually, it pertains to the inner self. If we are empowered from within, then I think outward challenges will be taken care of. They will be handled easily and they will be looked into. For that, meditation and yoga are a powerful tools that can help bring a better progeny. So I think meditation also, just as we just experienced what Neetuji has said, that she brought us to this relaxation session and how we can empower our spirits, the souls. It is through meditation, because originally the spirit has inherent qualities. We may be carrying some other past uh, traits, templates from our past births, but initially, inherently, a spirit has basic qualities, that is of love, peace, wisdom, happiness. Everybody runs after peace. Everybody wants to run after love, happiness. So, because this is the inherent values of a spirit, a soul. So, how we can enhance those things medically and spiritually? We will learn these from Dr. Nishi. So, I invite Dr. Nishi to just tell us about the medical aspects and a little bit of spiritual aspects of meditation and yoga. So over to you, Dr. Rishi.
Thank you, Beniji, for such a nice introduction on Vardaan and the importance of yoga and meditation. So I would love to share my screen. Just give me a moment. So is my screen visible?
No, ma'am.
Is it visible?
No, ma'am. It's not visible.
We can see the template of Vardaan.
Yeah,
now
you
we can see. We can see.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for confirming. So I'll speak on the importance of yoga and meditation during preconception, pregnancy, and lactation. So mainly I will touch upon the medical aspects, why yoga and meditation is so important during these three very important periods of our life. First of all, what yoga is? Yoga is the Hindu spiritual and ascetic discipline, a part of which includes breath control, simple meditation, and the adoption of specific bodily postures. Meditation is to engage in mental exercise, such as concentration on one's breathing or repetition of a mantra for the purpose of reaching a heightened level of spiritual awareness. Why it is so important in preconception, as I have also talked in the past, that if you see the menstrual cycle is actually the nature's way of preparing oneself for the process of conception. So it's a cycle in the sense that every month there are certain changes that are happening inside the body. But when conception doesn't happen, the end result is the bleeding of the endometrium, which was actually prepared for the process of conception. Now, if you see in this menstrual cycle, why yoga and meditation is so important during the preconception period also, everything starts from the brain. So this is a hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is a part of the brain. Pituitary is a part of the brain. So the major starting of the menstrual cycle or the process of conception begins at the brain level. From the hypothalamus, certain hormones are released, which causes effect on the pituitary, which is another part of the brain. From the pituitary, certain hormones are released, which acts on the ovaries to cause further release of the hormones. These hormones then cause changes in the uterus and prepares the uterus for conception. So when these hormones are acting on the when these hormones are acting on the ovaries, it is also aiding in the process of ovulation. When this ovulation happens, the ova is picked up by the fallopian tube. The sperms, they will traverse the entire distance from the vagina to from the uterus to the fallopian tubes, and fertilization happens in the fallopian tubes. So in the preconception time, since everything is happening at the brain level, so it's like I always tell my patients that please do not get worried, do not have anxiety, do not have stress, because it is going to start here. So any emotional factors, just like anxiety, stress, say alteration in the diet, the change of place, uh, marriage, especially marriage, because a lot of things are changing after marriage. So these factors, they affect the menstrual cycle. So people understand that, okay, my periods have gotten delayed, something is not okay, my periods are coming early, something is not okay. So this not being okay is actually happening at the brain level. So brain, which is the seat of the entire preparation of the uterus and the ovary for the purpose of conception, it has to be taken care of so much that it is going to start there. So, and if you go to the pregnancy, suppose menstruation has not happened, the cycle has been, the period has been missed. Now what's happening in during the pregnancy is same hormones which were being released during the menstruation from the hypothalamus, pituitary and ovaries, they increase in the concentration, because if there is no pregnancy, these hormones, they reduce, and because of the withdrawal of the hormones, menstruation happens. But if conception has happened, these hormones will really rise, and they will help in supporting the pregnancy. So in helping and supporting the pregnancy actually means that the pregnancy and preconception is starting at the hypothalamic or the brain level. So if everything starts at the hypothalamic and the brain and the pituitary level, how much important it is to keep your brain and your mind balanced. If you want to balance your brain, yoga and meditation comes in, because as we went through Dr. Neetu's session, we could see how much relaxed we were because of the meditation. And similarly is the effect of yoga, because meditation and yoga go hand in hand. So how does yoga help during pregnancy? It helps to enhance sleep better. It helps you to connect to your changing body, gives you anxiety and stress, relief from anxiety and stress, causes peace of mind, and there is less tension because everything is happening at the brain level. Now, if you see labor, we've talked about the preconception, we've talked about pregnancy. Now, as the pregnancy is advancing, the major concern is what's going to happen in labor, what's going to happen in labor, how am I going to deliver, whether it's going to be a normal delivery, whether it's going to be a C-section. So if we start worrying, then again, we are causing disturbance of the hormones at the hypothalamus and the pituitary level, because eventually the labor is also going to start in the hypothalamus. As you all must have known or heard that oxytocin from the pituitary release actually causes initiation of the labor pains. If your mind is relaxed, if it is peaceful, it is balanced, then it's going to reduce the risk of preterm labor, because a lot of anxiety can eventually cause premature release of oxytocin, and it might end up in a preterm labor. So we have come across circumstances where certain stressful conditions, even you must have come across, people sharing with you that, oh, there was so much of stress because of something in the family that preterm labor started. So if preterm labor can start because of the stress, it is also important that we need to keep our minds and our brains relaxed. So it is first reduces the chances of preterm labor, and it also enhances the the positive labor preparation, because we know that oxytocin is going to be released at the end of pregnancy when it is needed to go in labor. That time also we need the release of hormones from the hypothalamus and from the pituitary. Now, once labor has happened, the pregnancy, the conception has happened, pregnancy has progressed. Now the labor also is like we have waited for labor and the labor pains have begun and we've got the beautiful baby in our lives. Now, what about lactation? How does yoga and meditation affect lactation? Because again and again, I'm emphasizing on the fact that every hormone which brings about the change in the body at every point of time comes from the brain, it comes from the hypothalamus and the pituitary. So for the purpose of lactation, the hormone prolactin, which is responsible for proper lactation, is again coming from the hypothalamus and the anterior pituitary. There are certain hormones like TRH is the thyrotropin releasing hormone. This works on the anterior pituitary and this causes release of prolactin. Prolactin actually goes and works on the breast to cause the release of the milk and proper lactation. So even for the lactation, we need to have a very calm and very composed and a balanced mind, balanced brain and mind to be getting a good lactation for our baby. So during lactation, how yoga and meditation helps is it helps to facilitate the production of breast milk by the secretion of prolactin and increase blood flow to the pituitary. So it also reduces the chances, because everything is happening so well because we've prepared ourselves right from the conception to pregnancy to labor and to the lactation. So it reduces the chances of postpartum depression and psychosis. Then finally, because everybody is worried about how my body is going to come back to the normal shape as the pre-pregnancy shape. So yoga also helps in bringing back the body to the normal shape. So this is how we really need to understand, and we have to start practicing right from the preconception time that yes, we have to focus on yoga and meditation to keep our mind and body fit to be able to receive the soul, receive the baby, and to help this baby to progress through the journey of pregnancy, delivery, and lactation. So thank you so much, and I invite Tanushka to share her experience on the technique of yoga.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much. Okay. Good evening, everyone. So I'll just share my screen. Let me know if it's visible.
Your screen is visible, and Tanushka, make it that's good. Perfect.
Okay, great. All right. So if we talk about yoga, what really yoga is embracing your own body, embracing your true self, making a connection with your mind, body, and soul. You know, most of the time we think we are happy, but your body is not happy. Making your bodies healthy is very important, but your body should be happy as well. Healthy is something yoga does to your body. So what is yoga? Yoga is the art of practicing yoga helps in controlling an individual's mind, body, and soul. There's a connection between our mind and body. Yoga helps us to amplify that connection. We try to embrace that connection, try to connect with our mind. We always have conflicted thoughts with our mind and brain, how our mind is working, and different thoughts in our brain. We are unable to connect. If we take an example, let's take an example of dream interpretation. We all have dreams. When we are sleeping, we are at a resting position. We are not supposed to be having dreams. But why do we get dreams? Because our mind is always at the wake. It's not at peace, and you know your whole body is at sleeping position and you're in a resting pace, but your mind is still on the go to get set, go and just go get the things done. Your mind is still not at peace, and yoga helps you to get that peaceful body and mind Now, how do we start yoga? Do we start yoga directly? Like it's a yoga class. We do not directly jump on yoga. We start with basic stretching, which is very important because we have different body types. We cannot jump on yoga directly. Moving your body, basic body movements, hand stretching, leg stretching, slowly and gradually, yoga takes time to happen. It's very important. If we do yoga, it's very important to give time, your whole concentration, calmness, patience. Yoga is not like some fitness or some workout exercise that आप workout करोगे रोज तो your body will be fit and healthy. It's more like embracing your true self, finding your true self within yourself. Now, what are the benefits of yoga? If we talk about physiological benefits, there are blood pressure decreases that gets into diabetics and things. Eye-hand coordination. If we take an example in eye-hand coordination, we might all have played badminton. Eye-hand coordination, the cock comes, we try to hit the cock with the racket. Now, yoga amplifies that and makes it more faster. Your overall posture improves. Like most of you might be sitting like this. This is a very wrong posture. अगर कोई भी ऐसा बैठा है, so please straighten your back quickly. This is something very important you guys need to focus on. I think we all need to focus on because we all are working. We never notice that our posture is wrong, but it is very bad for our spine. Your overall immunity increases. The immunity in your body, the endurance of your body, the pain decreases. You know, one day we do all the rush and all the work is done in one day, and next day you're like, oh, the legs are paining, the pain is bad. So we need to keep our body ready for the hustle and bustle as well, right? The overall body, your balance towards your body increases. The way you follow out your daily activities, your attitude, your overall attitude of confidence, everything is interconnected to yoga. Okay, now what are the psychological benefits? Self-acceptance. Nowadays we see like everyone has a body, everyone has a kind of a body shape. If someone is a thin person, like that is a body type. Someone is a healthy person, that is also a body type. We can't only run towards a thin body type because that's an ideal body type people kind of make these days. Everyone has a body type, everyone is different, everyone evolute into different people. Self-actualization, actualizing your true self, what you really stand for, amplifying your opinions, social adjustment increases, anxiety decreases, memory improves, your memory, attention, learning efficiency, your overall concentration. Now, prenatal yoga. Prenatal yoga is designed in such a way to be done by pregnant women. Now, if we say what is prenatal yoga, it's like childbirth preparation classes. It prepares a pregnant body for childbirth, for delivering a baby, and even the recovery after that. It helps you even mentally because we go through a lot of emotions and a lot of symptoms. A pregnant woman goes through a lot of stuff. They have a lot of things feeling. Sometimes they're on the go. Emotions are at the peak, and sometimes emotions are like low, normal. And then again in the next moment, the emotions are at peak, and it's all up and down, mood swings. And you have all these symptoms like constipation and fatigue, some stress that you're worried because you're going to be a mother. So it is a lot of mixed of emotions. How is prenatal yoga different from regular yoga? So the biggest difference is that everyone in the room is a pregnant woman. They have their own discomforts, own pain. They have different things to worry about, and maybe they are stressed as well. But prenatal yoga is perfect for a pregnant woman. How is it different? It is different, like we can't do some stuff. For example, in regular yoga, we do Shirshasana, Sarvangasana. These kinds of poses cannot be done by a pregnant woman because they are very dangerous in a way, because they have a particular kind of an era to be followed by. And then prenatal yoga is a different kind of an era followed by pregnant women. It is also different in a way we cannot follow out some particular poses. And prenatal yoga is designed in such a way that it will lead you to a healthy lifestyle as well, like doing prenatal yoga, you're carrying out your fitness as well, and taking care of your pregnant body as well as your baby. Now, can prenatal yoga be the first time I ever do yoga? Don't worry, if you have never done yoga, any kind of fitness, you can directly go on with prenatal yoga. But it's very important to take a doctor's advice, a professional advice. But how do we start prenatal yoga if you're directly jumping on it? As I mentioned earlier, we start bit by bit. From beginning to end, it has to be taken very slowly, giving time to your own body to adjust, because yoga and fitness, it's something that requires a lot of time. You need to give time. The more you give, the more you get. Now, benefits of prenatal yoga. The benefits of prenatal yoga and basic yoga are very similar, but prenatal yoga emphasizes more on a pregnant body. It lowers your blood pressure. Like in our country, every second person is having BP, high BP. We all know this. So it cut your risk of preterm labor and other complications, stabilizes your moods, manage your weight, your particular body weight, improves your delivery experience. Staying safe in the prenatal yoga class. Now, even if we are following yoga in a yoga class, we need to know how do we stay safe. Even though the instructor is there, you should be very much knowledgeable about this as well. Drinking enough water. Drinking enough water is the first and foremost thing that I even tell to my students. Whenever they enter to the class, I tell them, did you drink water? Did you have your evening snack? I always remind them to have them in the end of the class, because when you're doing any kind of exercise or workout, it's very important to have a good diet. Good diet doesn't mean that always eat healthy food or like salad and stuff. Eat proper food. Or if you eat salad, then you can also eat salad. But having food is important, because it is very important in a way as you put your energy in yoga. If you want that energy to be converted back to you, you need to eat food, you need to get your good diet. Stay off your back. In your first trimester, after your first trimester, you are not suitable to stay and lie down on your back and do poses like that. Skip hot yoga. Hot yoga is something very dangerous, like doing something in a hot temperature, doing yoga in a hot temperature. So as you do yoga, your body is generating heat, your body is generating good energy, and that is around you. But if you do it around hot temperature, the temperature is high, it will completely be low and all the energy will be reversed. Avoid deep abdominal works, back ends, and twist. This is something that we need to avoid because it is a bit dangerous for the baby and not suitable for the mother as well. What poses you should avoid in the first trimester? First trimester, what you should avoid? As in the first, if we start in the first trimester, they're like very small things you need to follow. Starting में very small intense back bends नहीं करने होते. Twists, forward bends, poses that involve forceful contraction or engagement of your abdominals. Even putting pressure on your belly is not something we have to do. Not pressurizing poses. Now, let me take you through the PES poses that you can start with. How to start yoga, like the most easiest and easy poses. So the one is cat and cow pose. Now, whenever we do yoga, we follow it with breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in cat pose and breathe out in cow pose. This is how it works. So following out your breathing exercise with your yoga poses makes it very easy for you to carry out. And basically, when we start doing yoga, we doesn't really focus on breathing, but we just focus on doing the pose. But balancing your breathing with the pose is more effective to your body and more helpful. Balancing table pose. This basically increases your concentration and it is very good for pregnant women. Downward facing dog. These are all the poses that are a good start for a pregnant woman to start with, because these are like easy to carry out and slowly to start with. That doesn't mean that if it's your first class, let's do all 5 poses. We'll take time. It takes time for your body to adjust, for your mind to adjust that, okay, you are doing yoga. You should have a quite connection with your mind and body. So if we start doing yoga, the first thing is to make a connection, the connection with your mind, your soul, your brain. So all your thoughts fall into one place and it's not conflicted, because your psychological health, your mental health affects your biological health as well. Goddess pose. This is very effective in your delivery process. It makes it very easy and not that difficult, and even the recovery improves. Bound angle pose. This pose can be done by a woman in any trimester. So I would like to conclude that if we start yoga, like if it's your first time starting yoga, the first thing you need to do is balancing your mind, making a connection with your mind and brain. That is the first thing, because doing poses is something different. We all can do poses. You can try doing them. These are very good for yourself. But first thing is that you need to make a connection between your mind and brain, connecting your body together. All right. Thank you for all of you. Over to you, Winnie ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Tanushka. It was a wonderful presentation. At such a tender age, you have this kind of knowledge, and it is, I think, recommended to everyone at all ages, because yoga is not just keeping yourself fit, or it is an exercise regime or a workout regime. It is actually the lifestyle. In fact, this has been followed from ages, since ages, and it used to be a tradition in ancient India, that we used to do all kinds of postures while even working for the whole day, while sitting on the floor and then eating our meals. That was also a kind of posture that would aid digestion. So the lifestyle that we followed in the ancient times, that was itself included yogic postures, which took care of our health, physical, mental, as well as our emotional health. So as Tanushka explained, it is very well understood that when you do yoga, it is not just the exercise of the body, it is the exercise of the brain and soul as well. And it is trying to bring unanimity of the three, the body, mind, and soul. So this should be a lifestyle way which we should really follow, and which will really bring our connection to our own body, as she's explained, and in turn, it will be beneficial to the baby in the womb. So why we emphasize this aspect of yoga and meditation, we can empower ourselves from within. We are the energy beings, and our soul needs this kind of nourishment, this kind of nurturing. So I think it is the best powerful tool how we can bring about balance in our minds and our understanding, and uh, equilibrium with our body, mind, and soul. So that was very well explained by Tanushka, and we will all benefit out of it. And now, if I would invite Neetuji, if she has something to say, please go ahead, Neetuji. Let us hear something from you.
Thank you, Tanushka. Congratulations a lot, a lot. Really well presented topic. And the way we wanted it to be, it is like that only. Really good. Very nice.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And just invite few questions from the audience if you want to ask Nishiji and Tanushka, our experts, if there are any questions, quick questions. Are there any questions in the chat box, Jagriti ji?
Yeah, Shibbi has raised her hand, so let's see what she wants to ask.
Yeah.
Yes, Shibbi?
I just clapped for Tanushka actually.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
That's nice. So nice. I think people really enjoyed our session, and it is just a preliminary session. What I would like to add is what Tanushka said is correctly. It is a combination of body, mind, and soul. It is not just postures which you make and try to achieve those difficult postures. What I can say is what I have learned in my yoga class is number one, whichever posture you are doing, whatever you are doing, just close your eyes and talk to your body. You can take that posture or you're not. To whatever extent you are able to take, that's it. That's it. That is where you have to stop. You do not have to compare with the others in the class. Oh, that person is reaching the toes. I am not able to reach. What is this? No. You just close your eyes, talk to your body, and say, okay, I am reaching this much only. That is it. And then connect to your breath. Yoga strongly believes in coordinating your postures with your breath. When you inhale, you have to go in a particular posture. When you come back, again, exhalation. These two has to be coordinated. Then only the effect will be amplified. Otherwise, it is just a fitness routine. Unless you combine with the breath work, it is not that effective because you won't be able to combine the body, mind, and soul. Once you start combining your breath work with the posture, it automatically takes you in the field of meditation. So actually, it serves the work of two. What we said is yoga and meditation. What we try to make you experience differently, but it all goes in one. Believe me, 10 minutes are enough. Start with the 10 minutes only, please. Don't say that, okay, I have to put half an hour or 1 hour, nothing like that. Please start with 10 minutes. Simple bends, simple stretches, simple postures. And persistence is the key. You need to be persistent. You can't say that, okay, I'm doing for 1 week, I'm not getting any results. No, it will give you results. It is definitely going to give you results. Something is better than nothing always, always. So please do something. Start doing it. Remain consistent. Make it your lifestyle. So that is what I will like to say. And I will also request the new participants to join us for the further updates and further such regular sessions which we conduct on all the Saturdays or Sundays to help all the pregnant couples to make sure that various aspects of holistic care are addressed. So if you want to remain connected to us, please click on the link. We will also keep on updating about our further upcoming workshops also in this group so that you can remain connected to us. And now I will just ask Nishiji to add and conclude the thing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Neetuji. And I mean, it was a wonderful session going through the meditation and yoga. Actually, I was experiencing this as though it's happening to me. So very well said. And please remain connected with us through the WhatsApp group. And I think I would like to announce our upcoming workshop also. It's on welcoming the newborn, where we're going to address mainly, of course, the spiritual will always be connected with the medical, but mainly the medical issues like how to prepare yourself for labor, delivery, how to handle prematurity, how to handle your infant baby, and also some tips on breastfeeding. So we will post the information of the workshop on the group, and we've decided for the 2nd of February. It starts on the 2nd of February for 4 days, 4 or 5 days, actually for 5 days, and same time 7 to 8 in the evening. So if you register, it's going to be good because we'll also provide you with the recordings of the previous workshop for those who have not attended the previous workshop, so that they can get into sync as to what needs to be done holistically for the baby, and go through the workshop also at the same time. So I think that's all for the day. And thank you so much everyone for joining for the session. And we'll keep conducting these sessions. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you,
very
everyone.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a peaceful night. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
Thank you.